Making a good podcast is not all that different than writing a good essay. You should have a main argument. You should support that argument with evidence. You should use ethos, pathos, logos to appeal to your audience. You should try telling a story. And then, just like an essay, a podcast should have a clear beginning, middle, and end. In order to do a podcast well and properly, you're going to want to download an audio editor or use an online version. I like to use Ferrite as a recording studio because it allows me to edit and cut things and then splice in different audio that I like. Another option is Alitu, which I haven't used because you have to pay for it, but you do get a 7-day free trial. And I believe that Alitu allows you to do much of the same things that Ferrite does, but perhaps in an easier way. And then the third option is Anchor, which a lot of my students have used in the past. It doesn't offer as nice of editing as Ferrite does, but it is pretty intuitive and pretty easy to use. Don't try to edit all your audio at once, even if you're doing an interview. Try to edit in bits, in pieces, and then later splice it together so that the audio creates the message and tells the story that you want to tell. Hey everybody, my name's Ned. Welcome to my podcast. Today we're going to be talking to my friend Heidi about loneliness in the time of COVID-19. I hope you enjoy the show. Creating an outro. What is an outro? Quite simply, it's the opposite of an intro. And it should do three things. It should sum up what's been said. It should leave the audience with one message. And it should remind the audience who you are. In other words, it's kind of like a conclusion in an essay. So as you can see, loneliness is increasing in the time of COVID-19 as we are all isolated and away from our community. But society is going to have to change if we are going to reverse this loneliness pandemic. People will have to find new ways of forming communities, new ways of interacting, and perhaps even society will have to change as a whole. Our economics, the way we work, the way we learn. COVID-19 is going to change a lot of things, but let's hope we remain close to each other. Until next time, this has been Ned. See you soon. The key to a good podcast is storytelling. You want to engage the readers and tell them a story that gets your point and your message across as quickly and as clearly as possible. To do that, it is important to cut any unnecessary audio clips that do not help move that story along or do not help prove the message that you want to get across. When you're finished editing, simply publish it and then send me the link in Canvas.